Hello, welcome to Work Life Matters by DEEN. The topic for this session is positive attitude and successful performance. I'm Dean Agbola Ibrahim. I'm an author, a mathematician, a poet, an artist. I'm a US trained management consultant. I was the former head of production management at the Nigeria Institute of Management, Victoria Island, Lagos, Nigeria. Presently, I'm the Chief Executive Officer of Onyx Associates. My email address is displayed on the screen. Work Life Matters. This channel focuses on businesses and family matters. Matters that have to do with work, businesses, family, life matters. We counsel on work-life matters. So we are dealing with superiors and subordinates in workplaces, customers, suppliers in businesses, students, teachers in universities and institutions of learning, wives, husband at home. This is your channel. Children, this is your channel. This is where you get your tips. On the screen is one of my drawings, and it illustrates lack of self-confidence, self-doubt. If you don't believe in yourself and you allow people to trample on you, your performance will be low. So the message is develop positive attitude. It is your choice to allow people to trample on you. It is your choice not to accept that people should trample on you. To allow people to trample on you is negative. It will affect performance. You cannot have successful performance when you have self-doubt, when you believe you cannot do it. I had a guest lecturer in one of my presentations in Dubai. Before guest lecturers come in, I always brief them and say, these are the type of participants in the class. I told her that in the class you have Supreme Court justices. I said, Supreme Court justices, my Lord. You already developed self-doubt. She has ability. I know she's sound. But when the attitude was poor, the performance was poor in the class. When your attitude is negative to yourself, even though you have the ability, your performance will be low. If you believe you cannot beat the other boxer in your own mind, your performance will not be as high as it would otherwise have been. So, ability is one thing, attitude is another thing. Develop positive attitude to yourself. It will reflect in performance. So, these are some examples of what you can choose that are positive. Gratitude. I thank you. I thank God. I thank people. I'm grateful. I believe in myself. I work intelligently. I work smart. I choose to work smart. You have to make this choice to allow yourself to be trampled upon through lack of self-confidence, self-doubt, or to say, I can do it. Good human relations rather than animal relations. That shows anger, envy, all those negative emotions. Kindness, patience. You have the choice. You have power over your mind to be able to say, I forgive. If you don't forgive, you are punishing yourself. To be optimistic and live long and have good health, or to be pessimistic. You have a choice. To manage success and failure. That failure is not final. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. If you fail, you have not died. So it's not the end. Ability is another thing. What you have, competence. Attitude is another thing. It's your choice. If it is positive and the ability is there, your performance will be high. So decide whether you are going to fake disability or you are not. Some people, they fake disability. It's not mine, but he's pretending he's blind. He goes around the street begging for money. It's not lame, it's pretending. But people who are actually blind or lame, or who have disability, but who choose positive attitude, you see what they have achieved. Glaring example, Stephen Hawking. Stephen Hawking, we know him, a great physicist who died recently. He had positive attitude, although he had disability. But with positive attitude, his performance in life was very, very high. So attitude is like predisposition, readiness. You are set to go. I am set to go. It's an economical way of managing decision making because you are already set. You are predisposed in terms of your feelings and your thoughts. So I have positive attitude to jazz. Some people, they don't. In my home, when I'm playing jazz, my children come on and say, Daddy, what type of music is this? I have positive attitude. They have negative attitude. Some people, they have so high positive attitude to football teams, they are ready to die. When the football team wins, they fight. I say, we have lost, we have won. American football, in places where I've lived in Denver, Colorado, I have positive attitude to the Broncos. I lived in Philadelphia. Anytime they are playing, I have positive attitude. I want them to win. But generally, when it comes to American football, I love New England. So I have a friend, and we were arguing in Las Vegas. And he said, New England is a fluke. They tamper with balls. We said, with me, you won't get to me because I still believe that, yeah, they got one of the best quarterbacks in the game. So my attitude of them was always positive. Many people, they have positive attitude to Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys. So my friend had negative attitude to New England. I have positive attitude. So it's a predisposition. Attitude to colors. Some people, if you give them something that is black, they don't want it. If you say something is pink, they say it's for women. Something different attitude to colors. So what are your attitude to policemen? If you say what happened in terms of police brutality, the way nurses treat patients in some hospitals, the way politicians steal money. We have attitude to this type of people. The same thing with numbers. Some people, they don't want them to give them anything that is 4. That's very common in China and Japan. They link 4 to death, to ill luck. Some other people look at 13 and say it brings them bad luck. There is a dispute whether human beings evolved from ape or God created human beings. What's your attitude to it? Do you believe that human beings were created by God? Do you believe that human beings evolved from ape? That thought itself generates attitude. So develop positive attitude to yourself, to your work, and to others. Organization, to your boss. Develop positive attitude. Attitude is inside a person. It determines what we believe, we disbelieve, what we like, what we dislike. Belief is about the head. Like is about the heart. So what you believe, I believe that human beings evolved. I believe human beings were created by God. That's one belief aspect about the head. I like Broncos. I like Cowboys. That's about feelings. Heart. Attitude determines the behavior, the habit, the culture. The mind is ready to like or dislike. Once you bring the music on, the mind just says, I don't like this type of music. It's ready, set, go, just like a race. That's what attitude does. It's ready. That's why we can link it to what we call mindset. Mind is set, is ready to go. Whether it's like or dislike, to be one of them. So you can see the 3 aspects now. The head, that's the cognitive aspect, the thinking aspect. The heart, that is the emotional, the feeling aspect, like, dislike. I can see the person behaving as a function of those things. So affection, behavior, cognition, ABC. The feelings, as affected by thoughts. Thoughts generate feelings. Then you go ahead and act. So these ABC, they are connected. A, affection. B, behavior. C, cognition. Thoughts. So attitude can be positive or negative. It's your choice. It can be strong or weak. It's your choice. Thoughts affect feelings. When I'm inside the plane and I start to think, if there's turbulence, say, wow, I hope there won't be any. Then I have the feeling of anxiety, of heartbeat, of not feeling okay. So good positive thinking, good feelings, good product. Good thinking, good feelings, good product. Thinking is about the head, that's thoughts. The feelings is about the heart, going to affect product, the behavior. Transform the alphabets in terms of their positions. The first one is A, T is number 20, so plus another 20, plus. Add it all up. What do you have? 100. That's why we say attitude is everything. Attitude is everything. It can be when it's positive, as maybe you agree, maybe you like affection, maybe you are enthusiastic, maybe you are optimistic. Be optimistic. If you are optimistic, you are healthy. If you are pessimistic, it affects your health. Friendliness, humility, growth, development, a positive attitude has value to relationship. It has value to performance. Where happiness blooms, sadness has no room. This is one of my quotations from one of my books. And what I'm trying to say that if you don't allow room for sadness in your heart, and you allow happiness to bloom, it's your choice. You find that most of the time you are going to be okay. You will have high energy, you'll be able to energize others, you contribute, and you'll be missed, giving you competitive edge. High energy, you are ready to go. You energize others, people around you are energized there because his attitude is contagious. If you are working in a place and you are enthusiastic, people will be enthusiastic with you. And when you do things properly, when you are not around, people will say, wow, where is he? If you are around things, so you contribute and it gives you the edge. If they want to make a choice, they say, we prefer to have this person who has high energy, who energizes others. They don't want somebody who brings people down, who is demotivator. He demotivates people. And when you carry out your actions, you perform and achieve success. Take ownership. These are the things that are good in terms of positive attitude in any place. Attitude determines behavior. Attitude determines altitude. How high a person will rise in life is a function of attitude. It is like the engine in the human pace. If it is well tuned, performance will be high. If it is not well tuned, it will just be doing slow. It won't be able to perform properly. So your attitude to yourself is important. It must be positive. Believe in yourself. Your attitude to work must be positive. Have fun as you are working. I'm enjoying this presentation now. So it's fun for me. Although it's work, it's fun for me. And attitude to others. Attitude to yourself must be positive. Attitude to your work must be positive. Attitude to others must be positive. Do you believe in yourself? Do you think you can do it? If it is like that, then that's positive. Attitude to self affects self-esteem, self-confidence. Value your good name. Value integrity. Attitude to work affects enthusiasm, taking ownership, performance, productivity, growth, and development. When you enjoy your job, it is no more work. Attitude to others affects relationship, collaboration, teamwork. And you can apply this DEEN D. Discover yourself, dream big, desire excellence, deploy your time, talent, treasure productively, wisely. Your time, your talent, the money, the treasure you have, deploy it so that you can be successful. Be careful the way you spend your money, you spend your time, where you use your talent. You use your talent for negative ends. Be disciplined, be determined, be dedicated, and continue to develop yourself through formal education, through self-education. Enjoy your job. That's your attitude to work now. Be proud of your organization, your job. Be punctual, be early. Accept challenges. Give all you have. Respect the health, safety, and environmental rules in the workplace. HSE, health, safety, environmental rules. Do it right first time and every time. Why? Rework the values. Something you have done, they bring it back, go and do it again. Do it right first time and every time. Always go for the wow factor. Then when they see your job, they say, wow, this is fantastic. And tenacity in any given situation is important. Don't give up easily. Go the extra mile, bearing in mind there is no traffic jam in the extra mile. Why? Others have given up. You want to create a soft drink, you start 1 up, 2 up, 3 up, 4 up, you get to 6 up, you give up. The people who are still struggling continue and they develop 7 up and everybody is drinking it. That's just a joke. It's just helping us to recognize, don't give up easily. Go the extra mile because there's no traffic jam in the extra mile. If you look at all these long distance races, see the number of people who start. How many people finish? That is tenacity. Because those people finish, they don't give up easily. And you have seen people who have positive attitude to their job to the point in which, although they are poor, he's a cleaner, cleaning toilets, and he found dollars. And he returned it and said, this is what I found. A taxi man, a poor man, finding a lot of money is lost, left, being by one of the passengers, tracing the person and say, this is your money. That's what we want, Enthusiasm is the mother of intelligent effort. You have to be enthusiastic about whatever you touch so that you can be more successful than if you are not. Attitude to others. Be a team player. Don't destroy your team. In the family, be a team player. In the office, be a team player. In the factory, be a team player. In the classroom, be a team player. Avoid discrimination. He's a woman, he's a man, he's old, he's young, he's from this tribe, he's from that tribe. Those things do not help. Be just, you don't judge, be just. Justice before charity. If you are trying to be, but you are unjust, justice should also come before charity. Be open. Forgive. When you forgive, you are helping yourself really. Contribute to values, to mission, to vision of giving places. And manage your anger. Because once you lose it, you are at a disadvantage. Remember Muhammad Ali, that great boxer? Before the fight, he wants to make the opponent angry. Inside the ring, he's talking to the opponent so that the opponent can be angry. Once you are angry, you lose your plan. You will not be able to perform properly. Celebrate diversity. It helps in the team. And you have women there contributing. You have people of different religions contributing. Don't judge. Celebrate. Don't just say you tolerate it. Celebrate it. And avoid ill will. Don't wish other people bad. Be kind, be patient, humble, and friendly. These are positive attitudes in life. Build them so that you have emotional and spiritual energy. And you can use this energy to energize others, contribute something unique for competitive health, and execute successfully. I'm using this to illustrate cases of parents who have positive attitude to their children. You can see on the right, the one that sends the child for training in a school. The other one sends the child to go on the street and hawk and sell things, small petty things. Let's choose the positive attitude. Let's help our children to grow positively. How do you develop this positive attitude now? Let me illustrate it. I used to take participants on city tours. And on these city tours, we drive around the city and we see I didn't like it in the beginning. Then I had to tell myself and say, why? This is the job you have to do over and over again. Like it. And I changed my attitude. I started to enjoy city tour. You have the power over your mind to change from negative to positive so that it can help your performance. From that point onward, city tour became fun for me. So how do we acquire attitude? It's through training, conferences, example by role models, through traveling, through socialization, what we hear on the radio, on television, on the papers that we read, indoctrination, imitation, through persuasion, through the wars, through our parents. Don't play with those children. When your child is telling you, shaping your attitude. Through your peers, when you go around with people of your age and they're teaching you things through your teachers, through books, on the internet, through nurturing. Those are the sources that shape our attitude. But the key thing is this: start right and keep right. When the orientation is right, the attitude will be right. When the attitude is right, the behavior will be right. When the behavior will be right, the habit will be right. If the habit is right, the character will be right. If I behave properly and you behave properly, the culture will be right. So we start right with the orientation and end up with the right culture. Imagine where somebody has poor negative attitude to waste disposal. When I first arrived in the United States as a student, one student drank soft drink and left the empty bottle just where he drank it. Another student picked it up and disposed it properly. That is the way in which orientation, in terms of attitude, is carried out. See people urinating on the streets in public, and people have to put signs on the walls and say, don't urinate here. Sometimes they misspell those things. Don't urinate here. Don't urinate here. I just laugh it out. I say, well, at least they are trying to give them orientation as regards property. So these are the illustrations that I drew up to be able to illustrate those two examples I've just given you. Somebody doesn't dispose waste properly, you can see the red light that says stop it. Somebody is disposing waste properly, you can see continue to do that properly. In fact, separate them. One that is plastic, let it go into one place. One that is garbage, let it go into another. There's another drawing illustrating what I just thought about urinating in the public. It's a function of attitude. All this behavior. If the attitude is right, the behavior will be right. So the right culture reduces cost, errors, rework, waste, increases revenue, and increases return on investments. When you have the right culture, you don't have to worry about transactional cost. You don't have to have closed circuit TV watching me before I behave properly. You don't have to have policemen checking because I have already, so it reduces cost. And at the other, we have enough time for ideas, for innovation, and you have peace, industrial peace. So that is timeliness. Here, I'm like to highlight the importance of the mind when it comes to change of attitude. Remember, I said attitude is your choice. You can choose to be positive, you can choose to be negative. And all this is the engine room is in the mind. The mind trigger of thoughts. Then what happens? You interpret it. There's something that triggers thought in your mind, then you interpret it. Your interpretation could be negative or positive. Sometimes your interpretation is wrong. You're inside the plane starts to make a noise, and you think, oh, there is a problem. That noise may just be the right noise that will help to have safety. When the plane is getting ready to land, the gear must be engaged. And you pop. It's a good noise. But if you misinterpret it and you think, I hope it doesn't crash, then you have to talk to yourself. That is the power you have in your mind to dispute, to disclaim, to delete, to disagree with yourself. Why? Although it is your interpretation of an experience, it may not be correct. It may not be correct. So that is where you have to look at things and say, look, I am wrong. And you choose the positive one instead of the negative one. I am wrong to urinate in the public. I am wrong to dispute. I am wrong to say city tour is not good. City tour is good. So when I talk to myself, I found that, I start to enjoy city tour. So decide what to stop, decide what to continue, decide what to start. That I have not been doing this, this is the right thing I should be doing. Because remember, actions and inactions have what? Consequences. So you use
self-talk, the internal dialogue that you have within yourself to change your attitude. Like, it is not right for me to insult these people, so I will stop it from now on. It is not right for me to come late, I will stop coming late. It is not right for me to discriminate, I will stop discriminating. That is how we do it. So remember, you can choose gratitude, as I said earlier on. You can choose to believe in yourself or not believe in yourself. You can choose to work intelligent or work in not in a way that is not smart. You can choose to have good human relations, or you can choose to have animal relations. It is your choice. If you decide to be envious, if you decide to have anger, if you decide that you are going to be sad, it is your choice. Kindness, patience, self-respect, forgiveness, optimism. Like I said, people who are optimistic, they live longer, they are healthier. You can choose to be optimistic. You can choose that it will not work, it will cost you more. That's pessimist. It's your choice to be humble. When you are humble, you are raised higher. The Almighty will raise you higher. When you are arrogant, come down. It's your choice to be humble. It is your choice to say, I want to be arrogant. It is your choice to manage success and failure. Because remember, failure is not fatal. It's not the end of the world. Success is not final. It is not the end. You are playing a football match, you have scored one goal, you relax. Don't be complacent. It is not over until it is over. So in life, continue, because failure is not fatal, it's not the end. Success is not final. Some people, they mismanage success. It gets into their head. This is a negative attitude. So remember, ability is one thing, attitude is another thing. When the attitude is positive, it's like a positive catalyst. It's like putting something that will help your bread to grow. When you put it inside bread, you just see that, yes, the bread develops a little bit more. That is what attitude does. Ability is one thing, but attitude is another thing. When you bring these two together and they are positive, what happens? Performance will be high. Performance will be successful. So, this is an example. An 83-year-old retired general found that at the end, when he retired as a general, he could use all the different gadgets that the army had, but he did not know how to use bow and arrow. As simple as it is, he said, what am I going to do? Although I have retired, I want to learn this. That's attitude to learning there now. He now went into a place, he saw a place where somebody hit the target with bow and arrow 100% of the time. He said, who is this person? He said, it's a 12-year-old girl. I said, no problem. Let her teach me. That is how our attitude should be to learning. We are not too old to learn. And the girl now said, okay, how did you do it? He said, well, first of all, I put all the arrows in there. Then I draw a circle around them. You say, that's just a joke, really. But what I'm trying to say here is learning is continuous. You are 83 years old, you want to learn something, learn it, even from a child. That is how your attitude should be to learn. Instead of lamenting the existence of a problem that I don't know how to do, do something. Find a solution. Don't say they are worrying. What you cannot do anything about, don't worry about it. Have a positive attitude to life. I wish you well. Thank you, Lord, for your patience.